Yes. Hello.
PPT not visible, ma'am.
PPT is not
The screen
visible.
is not visible, ma'am.
My screen
No,
is
No,
ma'am.
not
ma'am.
visible. But it is showing I am sharing the screen. Wait a sec. I'll share it once again. Now see, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
See,
ma'am.
third chapter is all about the agile software development. That means how exactly you are going to develop a software by using the agile software processing. Right? In that we are going to study four different kinds of points here in this particular chapter. That is, first is you are going to study about the agile methods, which are all the different types of agile methods are there, and agile development techniques, how we are going to use the agile project management, and scaling the agile methods. These are the four topics we are going to study in this particular chapter. First we start with the agile method. Why you are going to study the agile method? Why you are going to use this particular agile method instead of going for the plan driven software development? Because there is a dissatisfaction with the overheads that are involved in the software design methods in the year of 1980s to the 1990s, that will lead to the creation of the agile methods. That means whenever you are going to develop a software, right, in the before agile process there was a lot of overheads. That means if you come up with a new requirement, if you want to do the modification, it is not easier thing earlier, right? You need to better understand the requirement very well, then only you can go for the software development. That was the case was there. But because of dissatisfaction with that overhead, such overheads, to overcome that one, the drawback of that one overheading, that will be what, that will lead to the creation of the agile methods. So these methods, what they are doing, what is, or what are all the different advantages you are going to get if you are going for the agile methods? That means these methods are going to focus on the code rather than the design. That means the implementation part, on that only they are going to give a more focus instead of the designing part, right? Whatever the system architecture, right, how you have, what are all the hardware and the software requirements you are going to use, that everything you are going to specify within the design part. Yes or no? The system architecture, instead of giving the focus on that one, they are going to give a focus more on the coding part, that is on the implementation part. That is the first advantage is there. Then they are based on the iterative approach to the software development. Iterative indicates what? Step by step. Yes, iterative indicates what? Step by step, right? They are based upon the iterative approach to software development, and they are intended to deliver the working software quickly and evolve this quickly to meet the changing requirement. As already you know, as agile method, it is going to use the incremental delivery. That means what you are going to do in incremental, you are going to specify, you are going to do the initial implementation. In that you are going to add which are all the more important functionalities are there, right? And after that the software is, you are going to expose it to the user comment, right? If he will come up with the new requirement, then you can make a modification within that software very quickly. So the initial implementation you are doing, in that only the important functionalities you are adding, so you can deliver that particular working software quickly. That is possible by using a agile method. And you are going to do the modification. Evolving indicates what? According to the changing requirement of the customer, you need to do the modification. You are going to evolve that particular software, right? The evolving this particular software is quickly to meet the changing requirement. That can be done by using the agile methods. These are the three things that are included within the agile methods. So what is the main aim of the agile method? Is nothing but it is going to reduce, as already I told, it is going to reduce the overheads in the software process. That means limiting documentation. Now for example, if you are going for the waterfall model, what will happen? First you need to specify the requirement, then you are going to do the planning, then you are going to do the designing, then development, then you are going to evaluate or validation of that particular software will be done, then the maintenance and the operation. Like this the stages are there in the waterfall model. So after finishing the each phase or the each stage, you are going to do the documentation. So lots of documentation will be there in case of a plan driven or the waterfall model, such models, right? But here according to the changing requirement, you are going to do the modification in case of a agile methods. So it is going to reduce, right, the documentation part, right, because you are going to do the modification again and again according to the changing requirement. So it is going to reduce the overheads in the software process. Along with that, it is also able to respond quickly to changing requirement without excessing rework. That means immediately you can do the modification within that particular software. That is possible. Quickly you can deliver that particular software to the end customer. That is possible, right? This is the main aim of the agile methods. I hope it is clear, guys. Getting the thing? Hello? No response at all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, are
Yes,
you getting what is the use of or what is the main aim of the
Yes, ma'am.
agile method? Okay. Then next we will see what is the manifesto of the agile methods. In the book they have specified what is the manifesto for the agile method. That means by using agile method we are uncovering the better ways of developing the software by doing it and helping others to do it, right? This is the main manifesto of the agile method. Just go through this, the individual and the interactions over the process and the tools, right? It is going to quickly deliver the working software over the comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over the contract negotiation, responding to change over the following plan. That means according to the changing requirement, you can make the modification or you are going to evolve the software very quickly, right? These all things are covered within the agile method. So they have come up with the agile manifesto. This is what the agile manifesto you can call. Just go through that. Now we'll see the principles of the agile methods. What are all the different kinds of principles you are going to get, right? What all the rules are there within the agile method whenever you are going to use the agile method for the software development? See, first principle is customer involvement. That means, see, as already I told, customer will come up with a requirement for the particular software development, yes, to the particular organization or no, right? So, and again after delivering that particular software to the customer, he may change the requirement. Yes, it needs to be reflect on the software. You need to do the modification so that it needs to be reflected on the software system. So the customer is more involving in the agile method. Just see here, the customer should closely involve throughout the development process. Their role is provide and prioritize the new system requirement and to evaluate the iteration of the system, because he is going to come up with the requirement and he is going to change the requirement according to his need, right? So he should have a closely involvement throughout the development process of the software. This is in case of the agile method. So according to his need, he can give the priority for the requirements. Which requirements needs to be given a highest priority, which requirements needs to be given the lowest priority. According to that, the implementation will be done by the software developers. So you should have the closely involvement throughout the development process. Their role is to provide, right? The main customers are what is the role of the customers here? They are going to provide and prioritize the new system requirement and to evaluate the iteration of the system. Clear? Getting the thing? Yes, the customer involvement should be there in an agile method throughout the development process, because they are going to change the requirement. Clear? Getting the thing, guys? Right? Then second principle is incremental delivery. Already you know, instead of developing the whole chapter at once, what you are doing, you are going to develop the different versions of the software. Yes, according to the requirement. According to now, the user has given a priority for the requirement, which is going to have a highest priority. That particular functionality you are going to develop in the earlier requirement, which is having the lowest priority, that you are going to develop in the last increments, right? So increment wise you are going to deliver the final system or the final version of the system to the customer. That is the what one more principle that is included in the agile method. Just go through that. Incremental delivery, the software is developed in increments with the customer specifying the requirement to be included in each increment, right? Getting the thing? Yes guys, please respond, so that I'll think that there
Yes,
is no
ma'am.
network issue. Only Kiran is responding. How about others? Are you there in the meeting?
No network issue, ma'am.
No network issue, no? How about others? But no one is responding, Kiran, except you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please respond. Okay, then third one is people, not the process. That means the skills of the development team should be recognized and exploited. Team members should be left to develop their own ways of working without prescriptive processes. That means who are developing the software, right? The skills of each individuals who are present within the development team should be recognized, and they should for them you need to give a freedom. That means everyone is having their own way of working, right? So you should give a what the freedom for the individuals who are going to work within the development team. The skills of those individuals needs to be recognized, right? According to that you can give the different activities which are present in the software process, right? You can give it to handle them on their own way. That is what called as the people, not the processes. That means here you are giving the more importance to the people who are involving in the development team. What skills they are having, that you are recognizing. According to that you are assigning the process activities to those people. Clear? So they can develop in their own way of working without prescriptive processes. Clear? Then last one is embrace change. That means accept the system requirements to change, and so the design system to accommodate these changes. That means as your business needs are changing, you will come up with the changing requirement, right? So whatever the system architecture you have already designed, it has to cope up with the changing requirement. It needs to accommodate the changing requirement. That needs to be reflected within the system design also, right? That is what called as the embrace change. And last one is maintenance simplicity. That means focus on the simplicity in both the software being developed and in the development process. Wherever possible, actively work to eliminate the complexity from the system, right? At the end, once you have given the end software product to the customer, every time or in a regular interval of a time, you need to maintain that particular software, right? Yes, if it is occurring, if it is facing any type of errors, those all things needs to be recovered. Yes, that is what the maintenance indicates, right? If anything by changing the requirement, if the complexity within that system is what increasing, right? So the whatever the development team is there, that has to work to reduce that or to eliminate the complexity from the system, to make the maintenance simplicity. Clear? These are the what some principles that are going to be used within the agile methods. It is going to use a incremental delivery. It is going to give the focus on the people, that indicates who are the individuals involved in the development team of that particular software process. Yes, so that they are going to give a more focus on the people, not on the process. and the customer involvement should be there, right, in the development process, because they are going to change the requirement, right. Then next is, as your requirement changing, it has to reflect on the design part also. So it has to accommodate the changes in the system design. And last one is maintenance simplicity. That means actively you should work to eliminate the complexity from the system. These are the 5 principles that are included within the agile process. Clear, guys? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, getting the thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, then next we will see
Yes, ma'am.
where exactly this is applicable. Agile methods, where you are going to apply this one, right, in a real time. Mainly you are going to use it in a product development, or you can use it for the custom system development, right, within an organization. In these two what you can say, the areas, you can use the agile methods. The agile methods applicability. Just go through that the slide. The product development, where the software company is developing a small or the medium sized product for the sale, right. In that case you can use the agile method. Or the custom system development within an organization, where there is a clear commitment from the customer to become involved in the development process, and where there are few external rules and the regulations that affect the software. In these two areas you can use the agile methods. By using that one, you can develop the software. If the company is developing small and the medium sized product for this sale, right, or you can go if for the system, right, where the customers are involving in the development process. Yes, because it is one of the principle in the agile method. So if the customer is involving, they have committed to involve in the development process of that particular system development. So along with that, they are going to come up with the only few external rules and the regulations that are going to affect the software, right. In that case you can use the agile method. These are the 2 areas where you can use where it is applicable, right, the agile methods. Clear? Is that clear, guys? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, now we will see there are 2 kinds of software development. First we have seen what is agile method, what are the principles of agile method, where it is applicable. These are the 3 things we have studied about the agile method. That is the first topic is covered now. Now we will start with the second topic. There are 2 kinds of software developments are there, right. First one is plan driven and second one is the agile development. How exactly these are going to differ, right? How the phases are going to differ within these 2 software development techniques that we are going to study in the now onwards, right. So start with the next slide, that is rapid software development. See, the rapid software development and delivery is now often the most important requirement for the software system, right. Rapid developing of the software and delivering it to the end customer very quickly, it is most important requirement for any kind of a software systems. So the businesses are going to operate in fast changing requirement. It is practically impossible to produce a set of stable software requirement, right. Software has to evolve quickly to reflect the changing business needs. Yes or no? As your business is going to grow, right, you will come up with the new type of requirements, new type of needs will come into your business. Starting your business was in a small scale industry you have started. Now we are evolving, you are developing your business. As your business is growing, you will come up with the new needs that needs to be, again those all needs to be needs whatever you are facing, that everything you need to add it into your software system. So your software whatever you are using, that needs to be evolved, right. It has to do it has to accommodate the modification according to the changing needs, right. So there is a rapid software development and delivery is needed in case of the software system. So for this case, there are 2 kinds of software development processes are there. First we are going to use plan driven development and second one is the agile development. In plan driven development, as already you know, it is essential for some type of a system but does not meet these business needs. See, as your business growing, if you are coming up with a new requirement, that will not easily what reflect within the plan driven software development, because plan driven software development name itself indicates plan driven. That means in advance you are going to do the planning. That means whenever you will know the requirements, whenever you know you understood the requirements very well, then only you can plan how your software needs to work. Yes or no? That is possible. That is the case in the plan driven development. But if your business needs are changing, it is somewhat difficult to change, to make a changes or to evolve the software quickly. That is not possible in case of a plan driven development. I hope it is clear. So it is essential for only some kind of systems but does not meet these business requirements. These business requirements means what? As your businesses needs are changing, the software will not evolve quickly. That is not possible in case of a plan driven development. Clear? But in case of agile method, it is present agile development, because it is going to what? It is going to develop the software in terms of the increments, right? Whatever the special kind of functionalities are there, those will be present in the initial increment, right? After that, if you come up with a new requirement, again one more increment you can develop, right? There is a change in the development, you can do it in the case of a agile development. So the agile development methods emerged in the late 1990s, whose aim was to radically reduce the delivery time for the working software system, right? They are going to quickly deliver the system once the initial implementation is done and expose it to the user customer, right? Then if the customer wants to make a changes within that software, again the new version, next version of that particular software will be developed. So it is going to reduce the delivery time of the working software system. Clear? These are the what? Two kinds of software development techniques will be used. Which one is better here? Rapid development or the rapid software development? Which type of software development is going to produce this one? Agile process. Compared to the plan driven, it is going to take the lesser time to deliver the working software to the end customer. Getting the thing, guys? Same thing. We have studied already these things in the last chapter itself. Once again in detail, these two types of software development techniques we are studying here. Are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? See, agile development, the example you can remember the incremental development. Incremental development software model we have studied. Have you remembered? Have you remembered incremental software development
Yes,
model?
ma'am.
Right? The
Yes,
same
ma'am.
model is an example for the agile process. So, in case of agile development, what will happen? As already told, whatever the software specification, design, implementation, validation, these all phases are interleaved. Right? That means there is a feedback will be taken from the one activity to the another activity. Because of that only you can make a changes very easily, and that will be reflect. Right? Correct. Because of interleaving of all the phases which are involved in the software development life cycle, those all are interleaved. Because of that only you can make a changes. The software is going to accommodate quickly as your changes, as your requirements are changing. Right? That is what the thing used in the agile development. The system is developed as a series of versions, as already told. It is going to produce first initial version, middle version, then at the end it is going to produce the final version of the system. Right? In terms of the increments, that's what I told. Right? The system is developed as a series of version or the increments with the stakeholders involved in the version specification and the evaluation. That means as your customer needs are changing, you are going to develop the different versions of that particular software, right? Is that clear? To meet all the customer specification, right? You are going to evolve or there is a quickly evaluation of the software is done by the agile software development. Then the frequent delivery of the new version for the evaluation, that is once you have done the implementation, you are exposing it to the customer comment, right? If he is agree with that particular implementation, you are going to do the further development of that particular software. Clear? So frequent delivering of the software is done in case of agile development, and the extensive tool support used to support the development, that means it is going to use, for example, the automated testing tools, and the minimal documentation. Was already told, the agile methods are going to focus more on the code, not on the designing part. So the minimal documentation is there. It is going to focus on the working code, not on the documentation part. Documentation part means designing part, the requirement specification, this everything will comes under the documentation part, right? So minimal documentation will be there. It is going to give the more focus on the code rather than the design. This is what called as the agile development. These are the few points which are related to the agile development. I hope it is clear. Yes. Yes, guys, getting the thing. What is
Yes, ma'am.
agile development? Now we'll see what exactly how we are going to differentiate the plan driven and the agile development with a diagrammatic. Now see here. As already told, plan driven indicates what? Once if you understood very well the requirements, then you are going to plan that particular software in advance. Yes or no? How it needs to work, what all the functionality needs to be added, right? Once you have understood the requirement very well, then only you are going to go for the plan driven. Name itself indicates. Planning will be done first in advance before the development, right? How you can do the planning? Once you know the requirements, then only you can do the planning. Yes or no? Yes or no? Right? This is what just go through the diagrams here. Requirement engineering, as already you know, requirement engineering process is nothing but the software specification itself, right? So the requirement engineering, then you are going to specify the requirement specification and design and implementation. 3 phases they have taken. If the requirement change request comes, if you are in the design part, then again you will start with the requirement engineering, requirement specification, then you are going for the designing part, right? If any change request comes with respect to from the customer, right, that time you need to start from the first phase itself to make a changes to reflect that change within the software, right? You need to start it from the first phase itself, that is from the initial stage, then only it is going to reflect within the software. Clear? But see the agile development here, requirement engineering, design and the implementation, only 2 phases are there. That means the requirement, if you have specified, directly you are designing and you are implementing that particular software. You are there in the design and the implementation part, but if the changing requirement request comes, right, then you can make the changes easily within the design implementation directly. That means feedback is there. You can see here, feedback from one phase to the another phase. The activities which are there in the agile development. I hope it is clear. Getting the thing? Now see, in plan driven, for example, the waterfall model is there. Are you there, guys, in the meeting? Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, see here. For example, plan
Yes,
driven,
ma'am.
I will say it as a waterfall model. In waterfall model, how many stages are there? 4-5 phases are there. Requirement specification, right? Requirement analysis, design and the implementation, right? Then next you are going to do the validation, then maintenance and the operation. These are the different phases are there. Now for example, you are there in, that is in the iterative process. Step by step you are going to do the what? You are executing those activities in case of a waterfall model. Now for example, I am there in the implementation. I am implementing. That means I am doing the coding part. At that time, if the customer comes with the new requirement, that will not be reflected directly in the implementation in the code. What you need to do, it has to go back to the first phase, initial stage. That means first again you need to collect the requirement, you need to do the designing part, then you can go for the implementation. That is the case there in the waterfall model, or you can say the example is plan driven development. Right? You need to understand the requirement first very well. Right? Then only you can go for the development. Getting the thing? But that is not the case in the agile development. You are there in the designing part or in that particular phase. At that time also, if the customer come up with the new requirement, you can make a changes directly within that particular phase itself. Need not to go back to the first phase. Clear? Wherever you may be, in whichever stage
Yes, ma'am.
of the development, there you can specify the changes. Is that both the types of software developments are clear, guys? Plan driven and the agile development. Clear? The same thing is written, just
Yes,
go to
ma'am.
that. The plan driven and the agile development. As already told, the plan driven approach to software engineering is based around the separate development stages. Right? Different stages you are considering, with the output to be produced at each of these stage planned in advance. Planning is done in advance whenever you know the requirements very well. That is the case in case of plan driven, as already I told. Not necessarily the waterfall model, the plan driven. Incremental development is also possible. Right? For plan driven, sometimes you can use the incremental software model also. Right? To make the to represent that particular software process. Right? Not necessarily every time the waterfall model you can say it as a plan driven. Sometimes the increment model is also going to work by using the plan driven software development technique, and the iteration occurs within the activity. Iteration that will be going to happen within the single activity. If you are there in the requirement specification, if you are there in that particular phase, if any changing requirements will come, only you can do the changes within that particular phase. It is not going to reflect on the next phase. Clear? If you are there in the designing part, if in designing part, now for example, I am implementing the software by using a C language. Right? But what the customer will tell, I don't want the software needs to be developed by using a C language. I want to develop it by using a Java language. You are in the implementation phase. At that time, you can make a change within that particular stage itself. It is possible. Just you are changing the programming language here. So the iteration is going to occur within the activities, not between the activities. Clear? If you want to make a changes between the activities, compulsory it has to start from the initial phase itself. That is the case within the plan driven development. Clear? But that is not the case in the agile development. Here all the specification, design and implementation testings are interlinked, and the output of the development process are decided through the process of negotiation during the software development process. Right? You might be in any phase, that whatever the changes you are going to do, that everything will be reflected on the software development phases. Clear? That is not the case in the agile development. I hope it is clear. Both the kinds of software development techniques, one is plan driven and second one is the agile development. Just in the last chapter we have seen the definition. In this chapter we have studied it thoroughly, how exactly these two software development techniques are going to differ, and what is the definition, right? How we are going to represent, what are the different stages you are going to consider within the plan driven and the agile development that we have seen here. Any doubts with respect to this, guys? Any doubts?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No.
Yes?
No, ma'am.
No? Then we'll start with the next point. Next point is
Yes, ma'am.
agile development techniques. Here we are going to study only one technique, that is extreme programming. Right? Only one technique we are going to study, that is extreme programming. Now we'll see what do you mean by exactly extreme programming. That simply you can call it as a XP. Right? A very influential agile method developed in the late 1990s that introduced a range of agile development techniques, that is extreme programming. It takes the extreme approach to the iterative development. That means the new versions may be built several times per day. Increments are delivered to the customer every 2 weeks. All tests must be run for every build, and the build is only accepted if the test runs successfully. See what you mean by extreme programming. That means you are going to develop the new versions in a regular interval of times. That means several times per day, you can say. See, as already I told in the yesterday's class, see your Android phone, right? Every time, month wise or the 6 months, after that you will get a software development notification. Yes or no? You need to update the software. Yes or no? That means some extra
ma'am.
things, some extra features will be get added into the operating system, right? So the new version is, it is coming up with the new version of that particular operating system, right? The extra features will be get added in that is what one of the technique is used is nothing but the extreme programming. That means the new versions may be built several times per day. Increments are delivered to the customer every 2 weeks. This is, for example, in an organization, for that organization, if you have developed a software, if it is using the agile method, right, to develop that particular software, right, in that case it is going to deliver the increments. Increments are nothing but it is going to come up with the new functionalities, right, that will be delivered to the customer after every 2 weeks. And all the tests must be run for every build, right, for every version whatever you are delivering to the customer. All the testings already you have studied, which are all the different types of testings can be done on the software. 3 different kinds of testings already we have studied. Have you remember? Component testing, system testing, acceptance testing. Have you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So these all types of testings will be run on the all the versions of that particular system which you have developed. Then only it is accepted by the customer if all those tests runs successfully. Clear? Only you are not going to test the initial implementation or the initial version of that system. Instead of that, all the versions needs to be tested. Whenever you are going to make changes within that particular system, if those tests are running successfully, right, then only that particular software will be accepted. This is the main motto is used within the extreme programming. Name itself indicates extreme programming. As there is a change in the requirement, you are going to make the changes within the software. So you are going to come up with the extra programs, right? You need to do the changes in the implementation. Yes or no? If you are doing a change in the software, list to indicates what you are writing the different kind of a program. Clear? Getting the thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, this is one of the agile development technique what we are going to study. Extreme programming. I hope it is clear. Right? Just to go through this diagram. See how exactly extreme programming, the release cycle, how exactly it is going to work. What all the different things are there. First select the user stories for this release. Break down the stories to this task. Then you are going to release the plan and develop, integrate the test software, release the software, evaluate the system. Once again, after evaluating system indicates what? There is a changing in the requirement. Once again it will start with the first initial phase itself. Clear? There is a feedback is there. This is just like a cycle, right? It is not going to end. This is in a circular manner. in a cyclic way. All the phases are running here. Yes or no? To develop the new version, to build
Yes,
the
ma'am.
new version of the system, right? First, what that indicates, select the user stories for this release. That means whenever you are going to release the particular software, right? First, select the user stories for this release. That means stories are nothing but the requirements, right? Then the break down the stories into the task. Right, whatever the requirements are there, as already told in the agile method, what will happen, the whatever the user requirements are there, for them they are going to assign the priorities, which are having the highest priority. Those will be what, developed in the initial increments. Yes or no, the earlier increments. So break down these requirement into the task, which task has to give the more importance, right? For that you need to develop the software, right? So plan release, then after that you are going to release the plan. That means according to the plan you are developing the initial version of that particular system, right? We are thinking to develop the initial version of that particular system. That plan will be released, then develop, integrate and test the software. Now see, now you consider, I will come up with the 10 requirements. So first 5 requirement I want to include in the first release of that particular software, right? 5 requirements, that indicates 5 functionalities. For those include that 5 functionalities, I have written 5 different programs. I have developed that particular software by using 5 different programs to indicate the 5 functionalities, right? To make it as a point system, I need to integrate that one, right? The programs are separate now. I want to make it as a system, so I am integrating those all softwares. Then as a whole system I am testing that particular system, right? As a system I am going to make the different kinds of a testing, like manual testing, right? System testing, acceptance testing, these all component testing, these all testings I am going to run on that particular system. Once those all testings are run successfully, then I am going to release the software, right? I am going to release the software to the end customer for the comment, right? Because I have not included all the requirements, whatever the starting in requirements were there, they have come up from the user. According to that I have released the software, right? Once it is released, I have exposed it to the customer. What will happen, the customer now he wants to add some more requirement into that particular software. That is what you can call it as a evaluate system evolution, right? That means as the customer needs are changing, that needs to be reflected, that modification needs to be reflected within your software. So you need to evaluate the system. Once you are evaluating the software, that means again those requirements you need to break down into the task. Again you need to release the plan, then you need to develop, then lastly again you are releasing the software. That means in this cyclic way it is going to release the any kind of the software by using a agile technique or agile method. I hope it is clear, getting the thing, guys. Agile, this is the
Yes,
one
ma'am.
type of a technique used in the agile development, that is extreme programming. Every time it is going to, per day it is going to specify or it is going to build the several versions of the software, and after every 2 weeks it is going to deliver the increments. Increments are nothing but the different versions of the softwares will be delivered to the customer, and whenever you are delivering it to the customer, all the tests needs to be done on that particular software. If those all tests run successfully, then only that particular software is accepted. This is the fundamental is used within the extreme programming, and that we have seen what exactly how it is going to release the software. What is the release cycle? Name itself indicates the extreme programming release cycle, right? How it is going to release the software by using an extreme programming technique that we have seen here. Any doubts till this point, guys?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay then. I think for today it is enough. We have studied lot of so many concepts in today's class.